Tonight, the Texas Attorney General is demanding documents from Plano ISD as he seeks to spike a Muslim-centric development. Ken Paxton claims Plano's mayor may have made comments about facilitating talks between the school district and East Plano Islamic Center. Plano ISD officials say they'll fully cooperate, but aren't aware of the conversations Paxton referenced. All of this revolves around a development called Epic City, which has been heavily scrutinized by neighbors as well as officials at the state level. They're eyeing about 400 acres near Josephine, about 25 miles east of Plano, but the community is only in the planning phase and hasn't even filed for permits. Tonight, Jobin Punniker speaks with the men at the center of Epic City who are responding to those concerns.
So this is the overall plan, a master plan community.
Before there were any maps, any renderings, it was just an idea. From Imran Chowdhury, an answer to a problem.
Plano is getting filled up. There's no space left.
The East Plano Islamic Center, about 402 acres, and drew up this master planned community called Epic City, just north of Josephine.
So this is the line. On this side you have Collin-County, and on the right side you have Hunt County.
Imran is a member of EPIC and president of Community Capital Partners, the developer for Epic City.
They are afraid for their lives.
Well-known attorney Dan Cogdell
That the governor's
represents both entities.
Today, we take the next bold step.
After a release of this promotional video caused an epic firestorm more than 4 weeks ago.
Why pull the video?
We don't want to have more hate. We want to make sure that we clarify first our position.
Epic City has come under great scrutiny.
It used to be that something like this was called a cult, but today it's being called a community.
This was the latest Collin-County Commissioners meeting.
I believe we do not want this in our backyard.
I sure don't.
I didn't realize how far we haven't come since 9/11. People have absolutely flipped out.
But the most heat has come politically.
There appear to be multiple violations.
Governor Greg Abbott has promised multiple investigations into Epic City. So has Senator John Cornyn and Attorney General Ken Paxton.
We don't want Sharia law in Texas.
I think the legal phrase is total bullshit. None of those violations have occurred. None of those violations will occur.
So these are the 10,000 ones.
Plans for Epic City boast a mosque, 900 homes, a private school, retail, even a hospital.
4,800 square feet.
They already have 500 investors who have bought shares in the project.
A Christian could buy a share,
Yes.
a Hindu,
Absolutely. And anybody,
a Buddhist.
Anybody. Religious or non-religious.
There is no denying Epic City is Muslim-centric, but Imran says all people are welcome.
It's open to everybody.
We took questions that came up at the commissioners' meeting and social media and asked Imran directly.
law enforcement, can they police within Epic City?
Absolutely.
Is there a plan to build a fortress around Epic?
No. No.
We even asked, will Epic City impose Sharia, which we understand to be a moral code a practicing Muslim lives by, but also a term used by critics to stir fear and misinformation.
We follow state and federal laws in every aspect of the way. There is no such thing as having your own rules or your own tribunals. There is no such thing.
When the grandmother in her garden in Waxahachie hears Sharia law, she immediately thinks there's beheadings, they're marrying 5-year-olds. That's why the politicians use those words, because it's red meat to their base.
Both Chowdhury and Cogdell tells us
This is one of many, huh?
Yeah,
they have been inundated with explicit voicemails.
I suggest you get the out of America while it's still an option. You jihadist worthless mother.
It's insulting, it's inaccurate, it's dangerous, and it's gubernatorial hate speech. That's what it is.
Epic City is 10 to 15 years from reality. These investigations may delay that even further. It is the most talked about development in North Texas in recent memory. In Collin County, I'm Jobin Punniker.